Alright boys, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another custom tactics video. Now, I've done two of these in the past, but like through the weekend league I always experiment with new tactics, new formations, all of that, new player instructions. So this is just my new and improved custom tactics which I'm using at the moment. This just seems to be what's working for me at the minute. You know, that's not to say the tactics in the other videos aren't working, because they really were. They were great tactics, but this is just what I'm using at the minute. You can see my team on the screen there. I haven't done a squad build video for this, but if you'd like me to, let me know in the comments and I'll go through it a bit more in depth. But yeah, jumping straight into it. Into the custom tactics, like obviously this default formation here is not what we stay in when we go into the game. We could actually, because everyone is in a right position, there's no one out of position, whereas in like my last teams they've had like a CDM up front and stuff, but everyone's in position there. But we don't stay in that formation. We do change on minute 1 to this defensive tactic here, which is the 4-2-3-1. Now you can see it looks very plain and boring, but this is what we go to from minute 1, boys. It's balanced defensive style, 4 width, 4 depth, just to keep it nice, and we don't want it too wide and we don't want it too deep. I find 4-4 is the best width and depth you can have on your defence there, and then defensive style of balanced, just to keep everyone in position. If you play like press after possession loss and stuff, you can easily get exposed by a high level opponent, because when your players push up they can just launch it up the pitch or switch the ball and then you're caught out. As for the offense as well, I've been playing fast build up and long ball recently. I just took it back to balanced, because I was really struggling to score recently on the weekend league especially. So we have just took it back to balance, back to basics. You know, it's one of them where like if it's not broke, don't try and fix it. So that's exactly what we've done. We've gone back to balance there too. 4 width as well. I find with the 4-2-3-1 formation, sometimes the left attacking mid and the right attacking mid go missing and they don't do anything for the whole game. So I've brought the width down just by 1 bar, just to bring them in slightly closer to the middle, and I've seen a massive improvement doing that. It feels like they are getting a lot more involved in the game. If you bring the width too far down, then you're not going to have a presence in the wide areas of the pitch, and then if they've got attacking fullbacks or they've got wingers themselves, that can prove costly if you don't have any cover in those wide areas of the pitch. Players in the box, we've got 5. Just your standard basic default in the middle. We don't want too many people coming forward, because then a CDM might come forward. Just the standard attackers will be in the box. Corners 2, free kicks 2. You don't need any more than that. Free kicks you're going to be shooting most of the time anyway, and corners you hardly ever scored a corner. It's like a 1 in a million chance you scored a corner on this game. You can see the team there. We have Idrissa Gueye and Frankie de Jong and CDM. Mbappe on the left, Aouar on the right, Messi in the middle, and Depay up front. Getting into the player instructions, leave nothing on the goalie and nothing on the centre halves. There's no point in touching them. Some people put aggressive interceptions and that, but that just drags people out of position. Just leave them basic. There's no need to touch them whatsoever. As for the full backs, the right back and the left back, we have stay back while attacking. Everything else is balanced. Everything else is default, just stay back while attacking. In real life, you know, fullbacks do go forward, especially if you look at Liverpool's system. Attacking fullbacks is like key, overlapping those wingers, and it would be fun like that to play on FIFA, but it's FIFA 20, it doesn't work like that. You need your fullbacks to stay back, even if they've got amazing stats, even if you've got Team of the Year Trent and Team of the Year Andy Robertson, just get them to stay back, you know. You don't need them to go forwards. Now, as for the CDMs, right, there's a little change here compared to the rest of the custom tactics videos that I've done. So you see Idrissa Gueye on the left there. We have stay back while attacking and cover centre. Now Idrissa is more of my defensive CDM compared to Frankie de Jong, who's got better shooting, better passing, better dribbling. So what we do is we have Idrissa on stay back and cover centre, and we have Frankie de Jong on cover centre as well, but we leave his attack and runs unbalanced. You know, we don't put him stay back or we don't put him on get forward. We just leave him unbalanced. Now what that does is that Frankie de Jong is a medium-high work rate anyway, so he's got high defensive, so most of the time he will be staying back. But what that does is, in certain attacking situations, De Jong will make runs forward just to give you an extra option. Say your wingers are cut out on the left and the right. Say Depay's getting marked by the centre halves. I've got the ball with Messi in the middle. And then I've got nowhere to go. Frankie de Jong will make a run forward and give me another option. But it won't come forward every attack. It'll only be on certain ones. That's why it says balanced, and he's got a high defensive work rate anyway. So most of the time he will be back, but it's those certain situations where he will just run forward and give you that extra option. And he's 94 rated Team of the Year player, so he has that awareness and reaction and stats. His stats are through the roof, like to know when to come forward and when not to. Do you know what I mean? Getting into the attackers now. On the left and the right attack of mids, we leave them completely balanced. I used to experiment with stay forward and get into the box across. Come back on defence, and get into the box across. And then I was playing stay forward and balanced. But I just leave the wide members on balance, completely default. I don't touch them whatsoever. As for the central attack and mid, we have on stay forward. The rest is on default. Having stay forward on your central attack and mid is just vital, because when you're defending, having the two wide players on balanced and on basic defensive support, they will drop back sometimes to support the fullback behind them if your opponent has wingers going forward down the line. Your wide players might drop back too to just support the fullback, and especially having your two CDMs on cover centre. Your fullbacks might need some support sometimes. So if Messi came back as well, so when you won the ball back, you'd have no one to spark a counter attack. Do you know what I mean? So you have your cam on stay forward, so then he's always up there at all times. So when you do win the ball back, whether that's with your defenders or with your CDMs or your wide players, when you do win the ball back, there's always going to be someone up there that you can play the ball to and then distribute it from there. Now getting into the striker now as well, we have stay forward and get in behind. We only have this because Memphis Depay is a fast, agile player. That's why we have getting behind and stay forward for the same reason I said about Messi. You know, when you spark that counter attack, you need players up there. Now having Messi on stay forward means he'll always be up there, like I say, to distribute the ball, but he needs someone to distribute it to, which is why you put your striker on stay forward as well. So then your striker's always up there. And we have getting behind, like I said, because he is fast. He's got like 96 pace, I think, and with a sniper chem style, 99 agility and 99 balance. So he's a rapid player. Now, we did have team of the season Benzema up front, and when we did play him up front, we did have target man as his attack and run, and then just balanced defensive support. So it really depends on what striker you have in your team. If you've got someone who's fast and rapid, definitely put getting behind and stay forward. But if you've got someone a bit taller, a bit more stocky, you know, who's not as agile and not as high on the pace or balance, definitely throw on target man. Because what he'll do, he'll back into the opponent's defenders, like he'll back into them. Stay central. You can put stay central on here, but don't do that, like you don't need to. Because with target man, he'll most of the time stay central anyway, unless he has to go out wide. So we'll stay central, back up into the defenders, into the opponent's defenders. As for the ball to the feet you see there, well, it literally says on the left. It sounds like I'm just reading off the screen, but yeah, back into opponents, as for ball to feet. So we'll get the ball to feet. He's going to be a tall, stocky guy, so we will have a high strength stat. Well, most players who are tall and stocky have them and have a high strength stat anyway. So he'll get that ball to the feet, and then you'll have these wide players. Let me just get off that. These wide players making runs either side of him, and you'll have Messi or your central attacker mid in behind as well to make runs forward off of him. So it's just ideal if you've got someone who's tall and stocky to have that target man player instruction on, and it definitely changes the game for you. I'm not even messing. But for now, because we've got the pie, we have getting behind. If I do end up switching back to Benzema, Jordan this weekend league, I will throw that target man player instruction on, and it is a game changer, honestly. Now that's my minute one instructions. If we do go a goal down, this is what we switch into, or if we're fighting towards the end of the game for a goal, this is what we switch into. Press after possession loss. Like I said before, this is a great defensive style custom tactic, because you defend when you lose the ball or play a sloppy pass, your team will just pounce on the opponent's players and try and win the ball back for you. So, but if you play from minute one, your players will be knackered by the second half. And also, if you've got a good opponent, a high level opponent, they're just going to block that out and counter it. Because as soon as they get the ball off you and you press on them, they can just switch the ball to the other side of the pitch or play an over the top through ball, and they're going to have an open player, you know what I mean? Because you've got like 3 or 4 players pushing one man, so there's people who aren't getting marked. But yeah, so this is if we're a goal down or we're chasing a goal towards the end of the game. This 4 width, 4 depth, the same as before, for the same reasons I said before. The offensive style is fast build up, like I said before about balance. Like, balance is sound, but with the combination of the press after possession loss and the fast build up, it means that when you lose the ball and then your players pounce on the opponent's players, win the ball back, everyone's going to leg it forward then once you've won the ball back, and you'll have a quick counter attack on. You could catch your opponents out very easily doing this if they're playing it calm and playing it forward, or trying to play it forward after they've won the ball back off you, and then because of the defensive style you win the ball back straight away, and then you've got a fast counter attack going on there because of the fast build up. Now with the width, I should have this on 4, like I said, for the same reasons as before. Having that on 4 brings the wide players just in a little bit, gets them more involved. We do have 7 players in the box here, or 7 out of 10 on the flick things. Like, obviously I'm chasing a goal, I want everyone in the box as much as I can, so I can get that lucky bounce across the box as I square it, because I don't cross it, obviously, for reasons that everyone should know at this stage in FIFA 20 why you don't cross it. Run down the line, square it across, cut it back, drill it across the box. There's players in there to get a lucky tap in or whatever. Corners 2, free kicks 2 is the same as before. The player instructions are pretty much the same. Stay back on both fullbacks. Stay back while attacking and cover centre on the CDM. I've got stay back on both CDMs for this formation, just because it's fast build up. Like, if they need to get involved in the attack, they will because of the offensive style anyway. The cam is on stay forward. The 2 wide cams on absolutely nothing, and then getting behind and stay forward on the striker as well. I have been experimenting again with this formation here, the 4-1-2-1-2. This is what it looks like. Just having 2 strikers. I do like a 2-striker formation. I am a big fan of a 2-striker formation. So if the 4-2-3-1 isn't working out, I will switch to this. Press after possession loss, 4-4, balanced, 4-5-2-2. You've seen it before. It's the same stats, or custom tactics I should say, just with a different defensive style at the top. Now as for the player instructions, both strikers on getting behind and stay forward. The cam is also on stay forward. The right centre mid and the left centre mid are both on cover centre, but on balanced attack. Depending on, I'm just experimenting with this formation, so I don't know whether to have the left centre mid and right centre mid on stay back while attacking as well. But for now, we just have cover centre. CDM, stay back while attacking and cover centre, and then the left back and the right back stay back while attacking. But yeah, boys, that is going to be it for the video. That's the custom tactics I'm going to use for this weekend. This is me team here again. Like I said, if you want to see a squad builder video, I can do that for you. Just let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, I'm going to use this in the weekend league. I'm going to jump into some games now. If you'd like to see some gameplay from this weekend league, let me know in the comments down below. I've been doing gameplay videos, but they don't really get that many views on the channel. So if it is something you'd want to see, do let me know in the comments. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications, and I'll catch us in the next one. Take it easy, boys.